Hey y'all, Evan here. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm a bit of a farmer, okay? That's right, I grew up in the rural countryside that is known as New Jersey. Hey, it's called the Garden State for a reason, okay? If you check some of my old videos, you'll see horses walking around in the background, okay? I grew up across the street from cornfields. I used to go peach picking every single summer down the road from my house, okay? I'm a country boy, you can take me home. And they might be thinking, Evan, how are we supposed to be as good as God as you are? Well, mildly offensive Italian man, I've got to tell you, the trick is long-form content. No, I'm not here to tell you how to do any basic seasonal gardening. Sure, seasonal gardening is easy. I mean, you throw stuff in, you grow it for a couple months, you get to reap the benefits, fresh tomatoes, fresh peppers, and then everything dies. It's kind of like starting a new game of Pokemon, grabbing your Jigglypuff, and then just killing it off every year instead of letting it grow up into a Wigglytuff you always wanted it to be, maybe grow happy, have some little baby Igglybuffs of its own. You know, I want those Igglybuffs. Okay? I want a long-term project. You get so much more success and satisfaction after growing something long-term that you have to nurture over the winter. You don't just give up at the end of every year and have to start over. No, we're talking about trees, full-blown trees. I'm not putting my mouth anywhere near the trees, but this is the nicest way. It's kind of like seasonal gardening and growing fruits and vegetables every year. It's kind of like going up to your friend like, Hola Pablo, hablo español. You know, you spent 2 days on Duolingo. Congratulations, you're just going to forget it. It's trendy. I know, you need to listen to the owl, as opposed to, you know, growing something long-term like a nice avocado tree or a nice peach tree, something like that. It's more like going like, Hola Pablo, prometo fidelidad a la madela de los Estados Unidos y a la República que representa. You know, that is impressive and full of a lot of bilingual brainwashing, but still impressive. Sure, seasonal gardening like tomatoes and flowers and stuff might seem more fun because you get to get the benefits really, really fast, but growing something long-term is like a YouTube channel. You put all that effort in, you don't get any rewards initially, and then eventually you don't have to do much work at all. You can do weekly Q&A videos. And you get a lot of fresh avocado! Now, to tell you the truth, I've not gotten any fresh avocado yet, but believe you me, I'm gonna tell you as soon as these boys can give me some nice avocado. So now, the meat of the video, how can you, a normal human being, grow an avocado from a seed? You might not think I know anything about farming, but my knowledge comes in spades. It's a trowel. So you want to know how to grow an avocado from a seed. You're probably already thinking, oh boy, I'm so excited. I've looked up so many of these types of videos. I can't wait for him to commit seppuku with it. No, okay? No toothpicks. None of this couple what nonsense. Not happening. That is not how seeds grow. You know how seeds grow? You put them in soil. If you go to YouTube right now and type in how to grow an avocado from a seed, what are you gonna see? Everyone's got the same exact thumbnail. You stab the friggin' seed with loads of toothpicks, you put it in a cup of water, and then it starts to grow. How many people do you know that use this method that actually grew successful avocados? Because I know zero, okay, goose egg. How many people do you know that grew it the normal way? You know me, okay, that's already one more person. I feel like so many people I know have tried to do this whole growing an avocado from a seed method where you do the toothpicks and the water, and you know what? It's a trendy thing to do. It looks nice. It's a conversation piece. It's like having a nice little YouTuber book on your bookshelf, or you know, it's like coffee table book. So people are like, oh my God, are you growing an avocado from seed? I saw that same video myself. Yeah, you know, it just started to germinate. I'm really excited. And then they just let it sit there. You know, it gets mold in the glass. You're gonna get root rot. People don't transfer it to the soil too early enough. And then if you want to grow an avocado because you're a trendy person and you just want to have something that looks like you know how to grow an avocado, then guess what? Put it in a cup of water. Do the stabby method. Otherwise, follow along. Easy steps. First off, you need to get an avocado. What type of strain should I use, Evan? Where do you live? Well, if you live somewhere temperate like London, like me, then you're... Am I cold? Well, if you live somewhere like me, like London, where the temperatures get below 0 degrees sometimes, you're going to need to choose a variety of avocado that can withstand those temperatures. Number one best strain of avocado you can get if you live somewhere that's gonna be a little bit colder, this one. It's the mexicola. It tastes just like Coca-Cola. It doesn't taste like Coca-Cola. Mexicolas are a great strain of avocado to grow because not only do they withstand lower temperatures and have better tolerance against if you make a mistake, but also they gosh darn adorable, okay? Anytime you get a new growth on a mexicola tree, you'll notice that the leaves are nice and red. Isn't that adorable? Come on. Yeah, thank you. It is adorable. Also, if you take one of the leaves and chop it up, which I'm not going to do, but if you did do it, it would smell a bit like anise. Okay, that's how you know it's a mexicola. So if you're at the supermarket looking for store-bought avocados, try and find one that is the variety of a mexicola. If you can't find one like that, or you don't live in a climate that ever, even in the winter, gets below 0 degrees, then pick up a Hass. The Hass avocado has been a very popular avocado for a very long time. Why is it popular? It's gosh darn tasty. Now, does it grow really well in London? Not particularly, but I bring my avocados in every winter anyway, so I'm going to attempt to grow these now. First step on growing these bad boys, you're gonna have to chop it up. First thing you wanna do is give it a nice little slice all the way around. I'm really bad at cutting avocados. I've now cut it twice the wrong direction. Look at this, just whatever. Listen, I never said I was a cook, I said I was a farmer, okay? Don't know how to open these avocados. The most important bit is get in this pit, okay? Give it a nice little rinse. It might be a little bit slippy, but get all that pulp off of it, okay? Take a nice little paper towel or normal towel and give him a little clean. Get rid of all the juice, get rid of all that avocado around the pit, because all you need is a, wow, look at that beautiful boy. I mean, look at this boy. Isn't he beautiful? He looks like a beautiful little chestnut. All right, so you've got your pits, your beautiful little pits, and you want these to grow into lovely avocado trees. What do you need next? Get yourself some legal pot, okay? This one, very good drainage. Avocados need good drainage. I don't care how beautiful you think the ceramic pot you bought on Etsy is. If you're going to get it in a beautiful ceramic pot that you're like, oh my God, I love the way this pot looks. It's ceramic and there's no drainage at all. You're going to kill your plants. So many people I know just put their plants directly into pots that do not have holes, and the plant dies from root rot, because where's the water going? It's just gonna mold, it's just gonna rot, and it kills the plant. So make sure if you do put it in a pretty pot on the outside, make sure the one on the inside has drainage, okay? Avocados are very fickle when it comes to drainage. Next up, you're just gonna need a lot of soil. Fill this boy up. Let's go to the ground. Yes, I'm barefoot. Get on in here, you know what, might as well use our hands. Put that right in there, up until about the lip. And yes, I am way too tall for my own good, and I have to put my tripod on board games or else I can't be seen. Okay, that's dirt enough, let's go back up. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've got our pot of soil, now it's time for the easy part. All you gotta do, plop him in. Okay, not that easy. Kind of dig a little hole, make sure he's fully submerged in your soil, okay? And then, water it. Let's go to the sink. No, we haven't done dishes in a while, okay? Let's stop judging. Be sure to give it a nice watering to make sure the soil is extra moist. And also, as an extra step, do make sure that the tip of the avocado seed is pointing up. It should basically look like a teardrop, so make sure the fat end of the teardrop is pointing towards the ground, so that way the roots come out the right way. That's a lot of drainage. After your pot of avocado seed is finished doing his little drippy bit, move some things out of the way and put him right on the windowsill. You can put this outside if it's a very hot area that you live in. I like to keep it here to germinate for the bit, because you can protect it a bit more against the elements if it's inside your house. And also, the sun coming in from the window creates a bit of a greenhouse effect, so hopefully this can germinate. Now, I'm no Republican, so I don't just care about the avocado when it's in its seed form. I also want to see it actually grow up to be a good and healthy avocado, like these two boys here. So I'm now going to give you my top tips for getting it to survive through multiple seasons. So questions I get asked all the time are, how big is it? What's your secret? Is that even a real sexuality? And my answers are 7 inches. Who are you? What are you doing at my house? Yes, of course. They're real. They're beautiful. The name of my two special boys is Pride and Joy. You can guess one of them is gay. It's Pride. First off, these two boys are about 3 years old. I did grow them just by throwing pits into soil and then brought it inside the house and just kept taking care of it every single day. Now, avocados are not a plant for someone that just wants something to work, because you need to work for your avocado. And now it's brighter. Some popular things that might happen to your avocado when you first start growing it is, 1, you might notice it's wilting, which means, hey, you're overwatering it. Or 2, you might notice it's wilting, which means, hey, you're underwatering it. Yes, if you have anxiety, this is not the plant for you. The avocado has one way of signaling to you something is wrong. It'll just wilt, okay? And that means you're either watering it too much or too little. How do you know? Take out your pinky, maybe 2 if you're really adventurous. It's time to finger your plant. If you find that the soil is dry at 1 inch deep, it's time to water it. However, after fingering your avocado, if you find that it is a bit moist down there, whoa, no go. He is actually happy enough with the amount of water you give. Do not overwater the plant. Luckily, this finger to test the moisture rule works on anything plant related. For most houseplants that you own, if you do this finger rule, you will never overwater your plant and your plant will always be happy. Number 1 tip of the video. However, avocados are way more fickle than that, because not only do they need really good drainage soil, not only do they need to make sure they're not overwatered or underwatered, they also need to make sure they are thoroughly watered at least once a month. Basically, if you live somewhere urban like London, like I do, you're going to have really bad tap water. With bad water comes lots of minerals that your avocado does not like. When an avocado finds sodium in the soil, it's straight up like the element. Nah. Now, what can you do to prevent sodium buildup? It's pretty easy. Once a month, incredibly thoroughly water your avocado. Make sure your water is just like pouring in, it's draining out. This will flush all the sodium out of the pot. Because sometimes, especially if you're only gonna water it like this amount, you're gonna be like, whoosh, you just pour a small amount of water in there. There's tea on my hand. If you water your plant, especially when it gets bigger, only about this amount of water, there's no way that this amount of water is going to reach the bottom of the roots. And the issue there is that the roots at the bottom aren't going to get stronger. They're not going to get bigger because the plant's going to prioritize where the water is, which is at the top, which means you're going to have a huge detriment on the root growth of your plant. So 1, make sure every time you water your avocado, the water does drain out the bottom, which means you've watered the correct amount. And also, once a month, give it a lot more than that just to make sure you're flushing all the sodium deposits out. If you don't do this, well, it's a popular thing that happens with avocados. You'll notice that some of the leaves might get a little bit burnt, but just on the tip. It's just the tip. It's not that bad. Because the issue is, the plant's like, ooh, water. Takes it in. Crap. Who ordered sodium? Nah, not me. Oh, what are we gonna do with it? Let's push it as far away as we can from our bodies. Where's that gonna be? the tip. So you'll notice that the tips of these avocado leaves definitely have a bit of a crispy edge. That's because the sodium has been pushed to the edge. But that's just a tip you might need to know. Also, a big issue I see a lot of people run into is not knowing when to transplant their plant. They'll just let their avocado grow in the same plant pot that it's been growing in since it was a baby. Do you wear the same clothes you did since you were a baby? I don't think so. I'm wearing dungarees, but this is a different case, okay? I thought they looked like a farmer, okay? Calm me down. I know it's a bit of work, but once a year, you might as well get a new pot with 3 inches more space. Just transplant it. It's super easy. You just gotta roll the plant in the ground, take it out, put some soil in the new pot, boom, it'll be happy. Especially because if you don't do this, it's going to get root bound. You're gonna see roots at the bottom of the pots. Make sure it's all ripped up. Boop! Perfect. Your plant's gonna grow forever. Now, if you do live in a colder climate and you're like, Evan, I only want this as a house plant. I can't even put it outside at all. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to prune it? Well, a lot of people online will say what you should do is chop off the top leaves of your avocado plant. This encourages the plant to grow bushier as opposed to taller. But I don't like that, okay? I want my avocado to grow up the way he wants to grow up, okay? If he wants to grow up tall, frick it, I'm tall. Be like me, Mr. Pride, okay? I want him to be a good boy like me. Plus, it would really hurt me if I had to constantly chop off my leaves, okay? I just want him to grow the way he wants to grow. Due to my decisions to keep him this way, you will notice that this plant specifically does have a bit where it's a bit stalkier. We have some growth at the bottom, but that is because I've let him do his own thing, okay? Do what you want with your plant. Let him live his life. Now, obviously, the big question on everyone's mind is, how long until I get fresh, delicious avocados from my plant that I've been nurturing for 3 years? Well, it can take anywhere from like 5 to 15 years to get your first avocado. And even then, they might not even be that good. The thing is, if you do grow an avocado from a seed and that tree eventually grows avocados, it's going to taste vastly different from the avocado that you got it from. That's just the way the tree is, sadly. Now, if you think pessimistically, that means this avocado is gonna taste gross. Or you could have just discovered the world's tastiest avocado, and I'm gonna let this avocado grow into the avocado he wants to be, okay? Like I said, I'm not messing with him. However, if you're more of a scientist, what you could do when your avocado is a teen is chop all the freaking leaves off, take a scion or fresh branch from an avocado plant that you know is gonna have good tasty avocados, and just suture it into the side of your stem of your avocado, and then it will start to grow only from that. Which, like I said, if you wanna make sure you force your avocado to live a life that he doesn't necessarily wanna live, then you can do that. Me, I'm gonna let him grow naturally, okay? If it doesn't taste good, that's all right. I had a good time. 5 years. Plus, to be honest, I have done so much research on trying to find scions and fresh avocado branches to graft onto these avocados, but I just can't. There's nowhere in London that you can find someone that's successfully growing a tasty avocado plant that will just let me buy one of their branches. If you live in California or the American South, you'll probably have a very easy time finding a scion or avocado branch to put onto your tree, but if not, it's okay. These guys will be just fine the way they are. If you're very astute and have a really good eye for things that are out of focus, you might have also noticed that Joy here has what looks like burns. Did I take a lighter to my beautiful boy? Absolutely not. Why would you even think that? What happened to him is he got sunburnt. Can you believe plants that enjoy the sun can get burnt from the sun? I didn't know this until February rolled around. We had a freaking week of summer in February in London. I was like, the avocados will love this. Put them out in direct sunlight for a week after being basically inside next to the window for 3 months, and well, he really got singed. You can actually notice that a lot of the stem is actually quite burnt as well. He'll survive from this. I nurtured him back to health. I had to snip off quite a lot of leaves of this guy, but he survived. Just so you know, do not put your plant directly into sunlight if it's been inside for a bit. You actually have to take it in and out, or put it in a space where it will not get sun for the entirety of the day initially, just so you can make sure it won't get sunburned. Like I said, if you want to grow an avocado successfully, you're not signing up for an easy mission here, okay? These boys take a lot of work, but I know you can do it. Overall, I'd say growing avocados is really fun. I love it. I honestly check them every morning and give them a little squeeze just to see how lively they're doing, and I get so excited every time this guy grows a new branch. He's at like 7 branches right now, and I know like within a couple years, I'm going to have the fruits of my labor, and it's gonna feel really cool to have nurtured something over such a long period of time. It's been through me traveling away a lot and having flatmates not really take care of them as much, not really their problem. It's like it's my child, okay? I take care of my child. But if you want to raise a beautiful child like I have, please, I recommend you do. Go to the store, pick up an avocado, take the seed out, and grow your own. Anyway, I hope this video helped you if you're interested in growing avocados. If it didn't, well, thanks for watching anyway. I hope you have a lovely day. If you need any more tips or advice on how to grow an avocado, please leave me a comment. I'll help you out because I want everyone to have a successful time growing avocados, and I hated that there's not enough information about this online, so here I am, trying to help out. And if you want, I make new videos every Sunday. There's a new one right here. Wow. Can't believe it. Have you seen that one yet? What about this one? Wow. It's pretty good. Make new videos every Sunday, and I've been loving it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on my next one. Goodbye. Avocado dance. I could use more water.